Well, welcome back to a new video, guys. We're going to be heading out on a small river today, should I say a small stream in places, and it is up and it is flooded, so it looks a lot wider than what it normally is. Now if you guys want to see other videos that I've done on this particular river, I've put links to those particular videos in the video description box below. So any of you guys that are new to my channel or haven't seen this river in the past or maybe missed those videos, you can click the links below and you can see older videos on this particular waterway. So we are out today on the little MIDI liquid carbon rod, little 500 size reel, and fishing the link leisure. Now just nice simple fishing. I've got bread, got some liquidized bread, I've got some slices of bread, I've got some lobworms, I've got some maggots and a little bit of cheese paste if needed, and that's going to be the sum of it. Dropping into swims, fishing proactively, maybe dropping in with single hook baits in some swims and baiting and rotating other spots, seeing if we can pick up a decent chub or just a few chub, maybe some dace, roach, perch, etc. Whatever comes along. A nice fulfilling day roving a beautiful intimate little river. Anyway, let's crack on, let's get fishing, because I'll tell you what guys, I'm absolutely chomping at the bit to get out and yeah, get a line in the river. Now the river's really up. This is a lot bigger than what it would normally look like, so I think today's going to be a case of targeting slacks. That said, the river itself does drop and level off quite fast, so maybe at the back end of the trip it would have dropped quite considerably, but yeah, at the moment I do think it's going to be a case of targeting and picking slack areas where there's a little bit of flow being held back, and it's a little bit of a slack areas where there's just a break in the flow. That could be down to having some debris, having a bend in the river, etc. The river is clearing a bit, colours going slowly out of it, but it's been blooming tricky, very tricky. Oh. That's nice. Yeah, that's nice. You just snagged me. We're in, guys. What I was saying about staying positive. Not a huge chub, but very, very welcome on a tough trip on a small waterway. Very nice too. Looks in perfect condition as well. Well, there you go. If you keep a positive mindset on a tough fishing trip, you'll get your chances. Not huge by any stretch of the imagination, but very, very welcome. And believe me when I said earlier in the video that this is normally a tiny river. It really is. It's really up, and it's really, the colour's dropped out, but it is really up still. So at least the colour's dropped out, which has helped. And yeah, just taken on a lobworm with its tail nipped off. A beautiful condition. Did try to stick me in a snag, did manage to get it out of there though. Yeah, very happy. It's these kind of moments on tough trips that, you know, really do keep your embers of your fire stoked up. Well, all packed up now. It's been a tricky trip. I've got to say, it has been not easy. I knew when I was coming out that this waterway, when it is up, it can drop very fast. It's very much, you could call it a spate river, and it rises fast, it drops very quick. And whilst I've been fishing, it's dropped around about 5 inches, maybe 5.5 inches since I've started the trip and now packed up. And the colours fined down a bit, dropped out, and I do think, you know, if we had a few more days, or a day, not a few more days, a day, another day of dry weather, it would be spot on. But you know, it's one of those things. I haven't been fishing for a while, so I wanted to get out. I wanted to come back and revisit this river because it is one that's close to my heart and I do enjoy fishing it. And yeah, I knew it was going to be tricky. I had some bites in a couple of swims, but finicky, half-hearted. One of those bites was better, but I didn't connect with it. Typical kind of small chub bite though on the worm. You know the kind, guys. So yeah, but it was nice to have that fish in one of the latter swims. Lovely condition fish, and did try to do me out of having anything. Nearly one on the snag, and nearly would have left me with a blank, wouldn't it? I managed to get it out the snag, and yeah, lovely condition chub. Not massive, but on the tough, tricky fishing trip days, you take those fish and you go home quite happy. And I was very, very glad to have that fish. Anyway, I have got to be heading off. Someone is actually picking me up, so I'm not had to use my bike on this trip, which is very welcome, I've got to say. It's not, I love my bike, but sometimes it's nice to get dropped off and get picked up. And yeah, so I have got to be heading off. Hope you've enjoyed the video. I'm sorry, I do apologise, but that's fishing. There's only one fish in it, but you know, I like to show the videos and fishing trips as they are. I don't like falsifying stuff or adding fish in from other trips and that. I'm not going to do that. You know, we all have child trips, and I want to show it as raw as it gets, you know, because we're all human, and fish will be fish, and river conditions will be river conditions, and you're going to fish or you're not going to fish. What are you going to do? You're going to go, you're going to fish, and if you can nick a fish on a tough trip, you'll gladly take it. Plus, it's a beautiful looking waterway, and you've had some nice scenery throughout the video, so I hope you can appreciate that. Anyway, Hope wherever you're wetting the line, wherever you're dangling your end tackle, you're having a fair crack of the whip, and they're not being quite as moody as this bunch on here. Till next time, guys, take care. Goodbye.